Hey guys! You are getting sleepy. Psych. So I just got back from the youth conference. Like the video. The like button is down there, for those of you who may not know. If you went to the youth conference. Or it's like if you at least like wanted to go or something. On Thursday, started Thursday, we had to be at the church by noon, so me and Sarah had to leave school early to get there on time. I definitely think the service last night was better than the first night. Or at least for me and my group, definitely, because it just felt like people got the message better. Thursday night just felt sort of like odd. It didn't feel like anyone was really getting the message. Because, like, now I think I know why. Now, if you're an atheist or something, I'm sorry, please don't get offended. But, like, I think I understand some things a little bit better now. Like, why I've never actually heard God talk to me during service. I think I might know why now, and that is definitely very helpful. Like, so, in that case, it was better than the first night, but in this case, it was worse. Because I was getting so sick that night. Because I blame it on this orange creamsicle fruit smoothie thing I got at the mall earlier that morning, because we didn't need to be at the first thing that morning because they already had more than enough people. It was a grocery thing where they were handing out groceries and stuff. So I definitely think, no, I forgot what I was going to say, but other than we didn't need to go to that, so we just went to the mall, and me and Sarah stopped at this fruit smoothie place, and we got orange creamsicle smoothie, and it was good. I mean, it had a lot of cream in it, so I had to take a lactate pill, but it was still good, right? But then when I was finished, I started to feel like sick, right? And it wasn't like oh my gosh, I need to find the bathroom right now. It was just a little bit like I should probably be careful what I eat in the next few hours, kind of thing. But then we got to the service, and it was just so bad because I was in the bathroom for like so long because I was just like, and I was in and out because I just kept feeling like so sick. Like, I kept feeling like I was getting sick. Like, I said that word so many times just now, sorry. But after that, when I was finally just done, I spent the last hour and a half actually in the service, which was good, that I was actually able to spend some time there. So after that, everything was just so much better than what happened the first night, which was basically nothing. That's just my opinion. Let me see what else has happened. Oh, yes! I got a Daryl Dixon t-shirt. It says, "If Daryl dies, we riot." Which is so true if you're a Daryl Dixon fan. Daryl cannot die. He can't. I watched The Walking Dead on Netflix, so I only have the first 2 seasons, but I've gotten several spoilers, mostly from Sarah, who got this from either the internet or from another guy at school, Jason. A lot of spoilers for season 3. Like the governor, Michonne, Morgan, the guy who was in the first season, came back, which I was so hoping would happen, that they would find out that he's alive, but then Jason told me his son is dead. Which obviously would always be a possibility, but I never actually thought about it very much until one time my dad said, "Well, I suspect he's going to show up, but I think his son might be dead." And I was like, that's an interesting thought. I never actually thought about that. And then Jason went and spoiled it for me, so Jason, if you're watching this video, I hate you. A lot. So, it's an interesting story on how I got this shirt, because it was after I had this fruit smoothie. I was holding a drink, just like a small fruit punch thing, and this guy rams into me, and the top flies off the cup, and like, but of course it doesn't turn out that way, because the top for the cup and the straw went that way, but instead of the cup going that way or that way, it went straight into me, all over my shirt. So I had to get a new shirt. Conveniently, it was awesome. We were right in front of Hot Topic, and I love Hot Topic, so we just went in, and it was buy one, get one half off. So I got this, and bought my sister a Supernatural Sam and Dean t-shirt. So that was one good thing that came out of that particular situation. And that's what happened this week. Let me see. Last week, oh my gosh, I was helping with the babysitting. I was helping with the, for Sunday, I was in the nursery, obviously with the babies, and TJ and Jackie are two youth pastors. Obviously they're married because they have a kid, and her name is Aria. And I know some of you are probably going to be thinking, well, not everyone who has a kid is married, and yes, I know that. But Aria is almost 8 months, and I almost said 8 months years old. Wow, I'm tired. But anyway, she's so cute because last week she kept making all these raspberry noises, obviously with her lips. But it was so cute because she just kept doing it, just randomly. Be quiet, we'd just be talking or whatever, and suddenly we hear a raspberry, and instantly we just knew it was Aria. She's so cute. She's so tiny. She's only about this big. She's like a little doll. Just love her so much. And then there were also two other babies, Landon and Wyatt. Landon is a mama's boy because every time she leaves the room, he gets so upset. And like when he notices she's gone, he just like starts like crying, and then TJ has to calm him down. And like he would be sitting on TJ's lap, and he would be okay for a little while, right? And then it'd be like he has a flashback about his mom, and then he would start crying again. And then he would calm down a few minutes later, and then he'd be crying again, and it'd be like so ridiculous. But then Kayla, the other helper, a few years younger than me, was sort of making monkey faces at him, and that he instantly just loves that and starts laughing and joining in his faces. So over the last half hour to 45 minutes or something like that, he was perfectly fine and playing with the toys and stuff. And Wyatt is a few years. Yeah, she's 8 months old, and he's a few years younger. A few months younger. I think he can't really support his own head yet. His neck isn't like supported yet. So like when I was holding him, I obviously had to support his head. But like you also had to be really, really especially gentle with him because he has a cradle cap. I think that's what he just said it was called. Which means his skin is really like itchy, and I guess that's painful too. So his skin was like really dry, and he had a few scabs, so we had to be like especially gentle with him. But there's at this one point where he was first brought in, and Aria's instantly over there. She can't really walk yet, but she crawls super fast. And she's like holding his hands, like I was like holding her up so she could like look into his carry, and she like takes his hand, and at first it was so cute because they were like looking at each other, but then she took his hands, like grabs his hand, and he just starts crying, and it's like, Aria, what did you do? It was so funny though. Jackie really missed Aria this week, and no, it's Saturday, so technically the weekend just started. Okay, so for the past 3 days, she really missed her baby. She's so cute. The baby, not Jackie. Let me see. And just the day before the babysitting, I got glasses. I personally, I think I look alright in these. Let me know what you think, because I never get any comments on my videos. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. Instantly just thought of The Hobbit, which is another thing, because as you can see in the title down there, this is going to be about what's interesting thing that's happened in the past 2 weeks. And one interesting thing, semi-interesting at least, we bought The Hobbit, the movie, not an actual Hobbit. That would be so weird. There would just be this short person walking around the house all the time looking for food. That would be so odd. But we also bought Breaking Dawn and Les Mis. We haven't watched Les Mis yet, but I hope we watch that tonight or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow because it's Easter Sunday. Happy Easter Sunday! Well, it's not Easter Sunday yet, but have a happy Easter. Yep. But like this video if you have glasses, or if you've seen The Hobbit, or like this video if you went to the youth conference. Comments, share your experience. Anything. I don't even care. So that was cool. And Sarah left her camera up here. I'm gonna look at her pictures. And I'm bored already. Not that Sarah's pictures are boring. I'm just bored. I don't even know. I'm like super excited because starting Monday, technically it started Friday, but for me, is this still recording? Hold on, I feel like I didn't. Yeah, I think it's recording. I'm sorry, it just felt like I didn't start it again. And for me, it's starting Monday. Spring vacation. Yes. I'm so happy. Just obviously vacation. I love vacation. And that's gonna be so cool. So happy. I forgot what I was gonna say after that. This floor is super creaky. I could swear it's gotten more creaky in the past 2 weeks. That's the thing. Shut up. Whatever. Sorry. But one interesting thing that happened this weekend was, obviously, me and Sarah are twins, and there was also another set of twins, Leah and Giovanna, that's also in our group. So it was 2 sets of twins in one van. It was weird. People kept talking about it, like, oh my gosh, this is so creepy. There's 2 sets of twins with us. It's like, well, if you say so. If you think it's creepy, then alright. Oh, and then I got to get other people's opinions. Well, like, everyone's telling me you should let your hair grow out. Not everyone in the youth group, just a lot of people at school. So I'm just going to try it, because I like do the opposite of what people say I should do, because I'm just like sort of rebellious that way. But in this case, I've been thinking about, I like to do different things with my hair like all the time. So in this case, I think maybe it's a good idea. Maybe I will let my hair grow out just for sophomore year, because I kind of like my hair a little bit shorter. But everyone says, you look so good with long hair, let it grow out. And I'm just like, okay, but I'm going to do my own thing with it. So I asked for people's suggestions just to get ideas. What do you think would be a good idea to do with my hair? So then they're like, okay, get side bangs. It's like already part of the plan. I wanted bangs anyway. But now I'm thinking about maybe I shouldn't, because they said I should, and I want bangs anyway, so I think I'll do it. But then you're like, oh my gosh, you should dye it. No, duh. But how do you think, like, I should dye it? Give me ideas here. I need ideas. So they're like, okay, you should dye your bangs pink or green, and then do your tips either pink or green. And I'm like, I'm so going to do that. I think I'll have pink bangs and like green tips, or just like dye the whole half underneath my hair green. I don't know yet. And I'll probably like use lemon juice, because I've heard this works, but I've never actually seen it work, and my mom said it never really worked for her to use lemon bleach to dye your hair. I'm gonna try it again, but we'll see what happens. And I know that doesn't have anything to do with the past 2 weeks, but oh yeah, because that's a decision I made in the last 2 weeks. Yeah. But anyway, oh, yes, I almost forgot about this. Last Friday, went to the Ennio Emmanuel concert. Now, I know a lot of you probably have never heard of Ennio Emmanuel, but I also know a lot of you must have heard of Ennio Emmanuel, because there was a concert last Friday that all the Spanish classes got to go to, and then I'm sure other people too. But it was so cool, because like I went with Lindsay and Jocelyn, obviously the rest of my class, but I sat with Lindsay and Jocelyn because they're my friends, and me and Jocelyn got to buy t-shirts, which were only $15. So I was expecting 20, but you know, they were only $15, which is cool. And then we got them personally signed by Ennio, and we got a picture with him, and I think I had the t-shirt in here somewhere. Hold on. I found it. This is the Ennio Emmanuel t-shirt, and it has a little thing that says it's Ennio's signature, but I got his actual signature and a heart. It was so cool, because honestly I've never actually heard of Ennio. I mean, I think I might have heard 1 or 2 of his songs, but I didn't know who he was until I started Spanish with his Propaglia this year. So now I'm a fan. Obviously, I'm sure you can tell, because I got a shirt signed by him. And the weird thing is, like, he, like, whenever, this isn't the weird part, but whenever everyone that he got pictures with, he'd like put his hands, or he'd put his arms over your shoulder, like rub your back or something. So me and Jonathan got a picture with him, like, together, because we were in a rush, so we had to do it together, and we were probably gonna get the picture together anyway, but you know what I mean. But he was like rubbing my back, and his hands were like super warm, and I'm guessing it's probably because like he just finished a concert and he was running around. He was probably like really hot. Interesting choice of words. Interesting, huh? He is kind of hot though. And he has like, I love his singing voice, and I like his songs too. And he smelled like cotton candy. It was so weird, cause just like, I'm gonna say a half hour before that, when he was still in the, wait, no, it was more than that, cause we were in line for like a half hour. Even though it didn't feel like a half hour. But, he was going around thanking all the Spanish teachers that brought their class to the concert, and like, he was like 2 rows behind us, he was like kissing Miss Peglia on the cheek, like he did for all the Spanish teachers except the guys, I'm sure. That would be so weird. And like, he like, kissed Miss Peglia on the cheek, and then he said he realized that he passed by her twice, and he said that he didn't notice her at first, like, he didn't know she was a teacher because she looked so young. And obviously she was super flattered by that. And he also kissed Miss Penhallow, my Spanish teacher from last year, on the cheek, and she had like the biggest smile on her face. I was like, oh, that's so sweet. But like, while he was like kissing Miss Pigley on the cheek, I smelled like something sweet, but I didn't really pay any attention to it at first. And then Jocelyn says, oh my gosh, I could smell him. And I'm like, what? And she was like, yeah, I could smell him, and he's like 2 rows behind me. And I just like kind of ignored it. I was like, okay, whatever. So we got the picture with him, and I smelled something sweet again. And I was like, oh my gosh. So then we finished the picture, and he's like still rubbing my back. He's like, so did you enjoy yourself? Did you have a good time or whatever? And I was like, yeah. And I was I sort of like looked at him with like corner of my eye, because I was like mad like shy, because I'm just sort of a quiet person. And like he was like, good, and I was like, yay. And then we noticed like, oh my gosh, that sweet smell was him. He smells like cotton candy. And he's like a super nice guy, because he was smiling the entire time, which is like, he must have been tired, so that was pretty like awesome that he was still smiling after all of that. And then like, me and Jocelyn finally run through the front door to get to the bus, obviously, and her plan was that we were going to hug. And like, obviously we didn't plan this out ahead, but this is what she was thinking. We were going to hug and jump up and down while laughing and screaming, which I personally found a little cliche. But I was laughing so hard. I was like leaning forward. But we did hug at the same time, but she was jumping. So it was weird, and like, it was just odd the way it happened, but it was so cool because finally met a famous person. Okay, I love him, anyhow, and Ewan McGregor and Jared Padalecki, just like, obviously, but, Ewan McGregor, oh my gosh, I think it's Ewan McGregor's birthday tomorrow. Oh my gosh, his birthday is on Easter Sunday. Oh, snap! Now, I know it's a day early, Ewan, if I'm right, but happy birthday. Now, this video is probably going to be uploaded late, so whoever watches will be like, nah, this is late, and I'll be like, nah, this is early, because this is the day before his birthday, if I'm right. I think so. I'm pretty sure his birthday is March 31st. I think he's turning 42. So, okay. Happy birthday. Oh, speaking of March birthdays, my dad's birthday is March 1st. So is Jensen Ackles. So was Michael Jackson's. So it was, okay, well, it's, Amanda Cluccio and her sister, Meg, 2 girls at my school, Justin Bieber, some other famous person, I can't remember. I'm sorry, I keep thinking it's Barack Obama, but, okay, if you can think of someone else who was some other famous person who was born March 1st. Oh! He's not famous, but a girl at school, one of my friends, Nicole, her dad was also, his birthday is also March 1st. As far as I know, he's not famous, but my dad is writing a book, and I'm pretty sure I've said that in at least one of my other videos. So if he's famous, that would be so cool if he got famous when his books sell. Oh, yay! It's gonna be, I really think his books are gonna sell eventually soon, and that would be so epic. Warhead. Apple. Extreme sour. I've never actually had a warhead before, but I'm sorry. I don't know what I ate, but I've heard that those were super sour. I got this from, I'm really confused about his name because I've heard it like pronounced Brennan and Brendan and Brandon. I'm just gonna say Brandon, but he's one of the other youth leaders. TJ's and Jackie's friends also went to youth, and he bought this big tube of warheads from Five Below, and I got one. Yay. Hello?
What?
Nothing, I just didn't know who it was.
Who was your parent?
Okay, I just thought it was Sarah, and I was like, uh-oh, because she interrupts my videos sometimes.
Oh.
Sorry, that was my mom. I thought it, sure you heard me say I thought it was Sarah. Obviously, I wouldn't have been mad, but it'd be kind of weird because she does interrupt my videos sometimes. No offense, Sarah, I love you. Now I think my mom thinks I'm up to no good. That's always fun. Yay! Oh yeah, another interesting thing happened earlier today. We stopped at McDonald's after because we had to eat lunch really quick, so I wasn't able to finish my lunch today, so I was a little bit hungry, so we stopped at McDonald's so I could get a coffee. And then my mom was texting my dad, and then she got another text, so I went to answer for her because she was driving, and he goes, oh nope, you can't answer that, it's your dad or whatever. It's like she goes, it's me and your dad texting, and I was like, oh, well, that's interesting. I just sort of stayed quiet after that, continued talking about whatever it is I was talking about before, and tried to ignore it. So then we get to this stop. We get to this red light, and she picks it up. She goes, "Oh, you actually could have answered this one. You actually could have read this one." And I was like, "I'm scared. I'm like scared right now because ew was all I could really think. Like, oh my gosh, what were my parents texting? Like, ew. It was like, oh my." I don't even want to think about it. Like, it was like, ew, disgusting, yuck. No. No, just, no. 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 No! No! God, no. Oh, no. I can't stop thinking about it now. Yuck. Now, I forgot what I was going to say. So, there's youth conference. I know I talked about youth conference. I talked about babysitting. I talked about NEO. Sorry, the last thing that I can think of so far is that last month my my dad's sister died. We don't really know what the causes were yet, but he didn't get the news till last Tuesday, and then he didn't tell us till Thursday. So my dad has a seriously messed up side of the family. We're not going to get into that now because I don't want to mess up the video, but that's one of the things that happened in the past 2 weeks. Is that well, technically she died last month, but the thing that happened in the last 2 weeks is that we found out. I'm not even going to get into how we found out, so I'm just going to try and keep this video happy and maybe mention the other thing in a different video, maybe. I seriously need to clean my room. It's like super messy. I'm a seriously disorganized person. I find organization boring. And I told that to a friend at school, and she was like, "You're seriously gonna wish that you didn't feel that way when you hit college." And I was like, okay. I don't even know if I'm gonna go to college. There's so many things I want to do. It's ridiculous. I'm hungry. That's always fun. I forgot what I was going to say, and there was something else I wanted to say. It's not fair. Well, other than like when we were we invited Jocelyn over to our house for dinner so she could see The Hobbit too. Like watch it with us, and it was super funny during the scene where they were eating at Bilbo's house, because we're sitting there and we're going, yeah, that's us. I mean, we wouldn't be super, like, rude, kind of like they were, but for them it was probably completely normal or something, I don't even know, at someone's house. Like if it was just the three of us, or four, if Shailene was there too, we would be just, like, absolutely insane, including the burping. Yes, I admit it. It would just, like, it would be insane. It would be super funny. I mean, I don't think we would suddenly burst out and stop. Wait, yeah, we probably would. We'd probably start singing Eye of the Tiger or something. That would be hilarious. It's weird, because, like, whenever I take personality quizzes, I mentioned this in I believe it's my last video, you usually get, like, a hobbit. It tells me I'd probably be a hobbit or an elf, usually a hobbit. One time I got a dwarf, but it also told me that I have an axe. And then I think technically I do have axe, but it's the body spray, not the kind you, like, kill people or chop wood with. No. That's always fun. I have no idea where that came from. My mind's just wandering, because it's like my brain's turned to mush because of this. The last 3 days have been so weird, because we've been eating dinner super late, and then we're skipping breakfast, and then we're having a late lunch, and then my stomach's still bothering me from that stupid smoothie. Well, I hope it's not still from the smoothie, because that would be ridiculous. I'm still not feeling, like, perfect. Oh well. Whatever. Tiny little Uno cards spilled everywhere. I had to pick those up a few minutes ago. They just fell off the dresser, and I was like, seriously, now I need to pick you up? Whatever. Please like this video if you like anything in this video, or can relate to anything in this video, or if you don't, or even if you don't like it, please put your comments in the video. If you have, like, if you went to the youth conference, if you saw The Hobbit, if you went to the NEO concert, what you think about babies, if you can relate to having issues on one side of your family, or whatever. I don't even know. Just do what you want, and please don't be rude or anything like that, because if you're rude, I swear I will be rude right back. Okay, so wait. Also, in the last 2 weeks, I finally decided to tell my mom, I need to lose weight. And luckily, but also kind of a little bit unluckily, she agreed. Which is, like, a good thing, because now I don't have to, like, try and do it in secret or whatever. Because apparently she's noticed I needed to lose weight, which was where the unlucky things comes in, which because I was kind of half hoping I was wrong, but apparently I wasn't. I want to lose about 10 pounds, but, like, apparently my mom has noticed that, and I could swear, like, I thought she's noticed it before, because there are some times where I could swear she was, like, staring at my stomach or whatever. I don't even know, so I'm just gonna take this as good news. Yay, my mom will support me with this and help me lose weight and stuff. And that just made me think, like, I was just going to say, well, track will help me lose weight, but another thing that happened just a few days ago, what was it? Wednesday, I was pulled off the track team. And I understand it to a point. We missed too many days of track, but we've been busy. You'd think they would understand. We even told them ahead of time, we won't be coming most Tuesdays and Thursdays, because we'll have grease practice then, and I like to get home to make sure I have dinner a little bit earlier, to make sure I have time to do my homework and get to grease practice. And I've been busy. I've been sick once or twice. So yeah, I've missed track. And then they took our names off the roster. So fine, I understand, I guess. But Coach Broomhead, I hope you see this, because you were rude. Seriously, Coach Broomhead was just, like, so rude about it, like, so unnecessarily rude. Like, we showed up, we even got a pass for, to get there, so they would know that we were with the teacher, and that's why we were late. And he's like, well, your names aren't even on the roster anymore. And we're like, what? He's like, we took your names off the roster. You're not on the list. And we're like, well, why? And I even said a few weeks ago that it wouldn't be a few weeks. Well, no, that'd be ridiculous. Just last week, I'm gonna say that I wouldn't be surprised if we were taken off the list or kicked off because we missed so many days. So I really wasn't so surprised when this happened, but what did take me by surprise was like, well, we're sorry that we missed so many days, but we've just been busy. But he was like, we can go back to being busy. Goodbye. Or, well, he didn't say goodbye yet, because I, like, looked at him. He's like, you can go back to being busy, you know. It's like, me and Jonathan, like, look at each other, and I look back at him, I was like, are you saying that we have to leave? And he goes, yeah, you can leave. Bye. And I'm like, whoa. Dude. And so then, eventually, we just leave. We're just like, fine, whatever, dude, you're not even worth it. Or whatever. So, like, and then Jonathan's going on saying, Coach, Brophy wouldn't do this, and, like, I'm not exactly sure that's true. Like, he would probably take us off the roster, or he's not the more the type who would probably maybe give us a second chance. I don't know. And even if he didn't, he would be more polite about it. He wouldn't say, goodbye, I don't like you because you missed too many days, you're off the roster. He would just be like, I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do about it. You just missed too many days and we didn't have any warning. And it would just be like, boom, like that. Would be like, okay, fine. And I'm not even sure I want back on the track team because my dad called the school and like they said that they could put us back on, but they were afraid. The guy he was talking to, he could put us back on, but what he was thinking about was that it would probably happen again, which is true because we've been busy. So I don't think I'm going to join again until like, you know, till we start in junior year after summer. So like for indoor. So I guess it's kind of a good thing we were pulled off because, you know, you get it, right? So track is not going to be there to help me lose weight, but after tomorrow, Easter, is when I'm going to officially start the diet. And the treadmill, I'm going to try and use the treadmill more. But like I said, I've been a little bit busy with like homework and stuff because my science teacher loves to give out a lot of work. And like it's near the end of the year, so we're reviewing, but it's just a lot of work. I wish you cut down on the other work and just do review. I mean, I guess we're not that close to the end of the year, but you know, I know nothing about teaching because I've never taught before. So, whatever. That's gonna be fun. Losing weight is gonna be, like, interesting because I love food, which is why I'm a hobbit. I can't. I'm so glad it's spring. I love spring. I like spring and winter because, well, yeah, because in spring is, like, you know, when winter is when, like, it kind of limits things you can do because really the only thing you can do is go on vacation or sled. And I've never gone sledding before. I'm a deprived child of, you know, sledding, and that's about it. I love fun. If I could go sledding, like, right now, I would instantly say yes, even though I'm just a little bit tired, but I would instantly wake up and be like, oh gosh, yes, I am so gonna go sledding. But, like, in spring you can have mud fights because of all the rain. But no, I've done this like 3 times before with friends. We had mud fights, but then like, and then we'd get finished around 7:30, and we'd have to go inside. Only before we could go inside, our mom would wash us off with the hose. And obviously it would be getting cold around 7:30, or at least colder, and then she'd have to wash us off with the hose. I talk like a Canadian sometimes. To make sure we wouldn't track mud all over the house, and then we'd have to shower. But either way, it was still so much fun having the mud fights and stuff. It was just so, like, ridiculously fun. And then snowball fights are about as fun too because you don't need to, you know, be hosed off in your yard before you go in the house. The only thing you need to do is stomp off your boots to make sure you don't trail snow. So, yay! So glad, spring vacation. Yes! So happy. And I remember who, at least, there's Michael Jackson is the other person whose, like, you know, birthday was March 1st, I think. I'm pretty sure my dad said that. Yep, I think so, yeah. So, I almost ended this video with Alonzi, but that means come on or let's go in French. And that wouldn't make any sense since I was just ending the video. So, also since I'm a Spanish speaker, I'm not going to say bonjour. Wait, bonjour means hello. I forgot how you say goodbye in French. I'm so sorry. I'm a Spanish speaker anyway. I don't want to say adios because that means goodbye, and I don't like to say goodbye. So I'm going to say hasta luego. Hasta luego.